Atlanta police are blaming a local rapper's music video for the deaths of two 13-year-olds and a $50,000.
New footage of Lil Baby sentenced in court goes viral. In a moment that has rocked the music world and ignited social media, the latest viral footage of Atlanta rap sensation Lil Baby being sentenced in court has ignited a firestorm of controversy and intrigue. Fans and critics alike are on the edge of their seats as the explosive moment unfolds on screen. With emotions running high and the courtroom charged with tension, every word and gesture from Lil Baby is being scrutinized as evidence of a deeper story. This is not just a legal proceeding. It is a moment that could redefine his legacy and impact his future in unimaginable ways. Lil Baby, born Dominique Jones, has long been celebrated as one of Atlanta's brightest stars and a powerful voice for his community. Over the years, he has built a reputation not only for his electrifying music and unforgettable hooks, but also for his deep connections to the neighborhood he calls home. As details emerge about recent events that have thrust him into the spotlight of a high-profile court case, his supporters and critics are left grappling with a story that blends passion, tragedy, and controversy. At the heart of this unfolding drama is new footage capturing Lil Baby's courtroom appearance, where every word, every pause, and every tear seems to tell a tale of both defiance and sorrow. The drama began unfolding last summer during a highly publicized music video shoot in Atlanta, where a tragic shooting incident sent shockwaves through the community. During the shoot in May 2024.
Gang war. The attorney for Lil Baby called those claims complete and total nonsense and added that his client had absolutely nothing to do with those shootings. During cross-examination today, defense attorney Brian Tevis criticized the investigation and claimed that investigators did not have any evidence that proves his client was involved or even in a gang.
I've been photographed with Chief Justice John Roberts. Am I a member of the Supreme Court?
Is the Supreme Court a gang?
Well, they're affiliated in fact. There's 3 or more members, and if any of them commits a crime, you would say they're in a gang, right?
If they commit criminal street gang activity.
That's a good argument, but that argument isn't being used on Lil Baby's behalf because Lil Baby is like the gang leader of 4PF. He is the leader. That's being used on one of the members of Lil Baby's ops, Goodfellas, right? They're all in right now on a RICO. One of the dudes, his lawyer, who's currently representing him, he wasn't even present when the two 13-year-olds got killed. But because he hangs with these dudes, because he's a part of, I guess, whatever they got going on, he's now dragged in on a RICO, and he's being charged as well for the murder of two 13-year-olds.
Yeah, some of the back and forth that we saw during cross-examination.
Or what was meant to be a celebration of creativity and local pride instead became the setting for chaos as armed individuals collided, leaving 3 people injured. The incident, fueled by long-standing tensions between rival gangs in the region, has become a polarizing moment in the narrative of Lil Baby's career. Law enforcement quickly became involved, and reports emerged that the video shoot took place in an area where security concerns were well known. Despite the lively energy typically associated with such events, this particular day would mark the beginning of a series of events that none could have foreseen. As investigations progressed, authorities revealed that the chaotic event at the video shoot set off a chain reaction. Not long after that day in May, violence escalated dramatically in the local neighborhoods, culminating in a harrowing incident on July 2, 2024. That day, amidst a backdrop of simmering gang rivalries, 2 13-year-old boys lost their lives in a senseless act of violence, while an 11-year-old was injured in the shooting. The community's collective heartache over these losses was palpable, as residents mourned the lives cut tragically short. Families of the victims and community leaders expressed grief and demanded answers, calling for—
Why should I get searched, right? So I spun back around. So everybody else spun back around me. We went towards Chelsea, West Side Highway, right? Hip-hop police was so crazy, bro. Every car got pulled over simultaneously. Every car went a different direction. Every car got pulled over simultaneously. I got pulled over on the west side. My friends got pulled over here. They got pulled over here. They got hit. They're watching, bro. They're watching.
And looking into the connections between the events of that fateful night and the music video shoot, with some reports even implicating key figures associated with the production. Among those named was Lil Baby himself, whose involvement was allegedly not as a direct perpetrator of violence, but as a central figure in an environment that, according to some law enforcement officials, contributed to the circumstances that led to the tragic loss of young lives. Headlines soon exploded with allegations and arrest warrants that controversially pointed fingers at the renowned rapper, suggesting he held a leadership role in a subset of a notorious street gang. However, such claims have been met with vehement denials from Lil Baby and his legal team, who argue that the situation has been grossly mischaracterized. During a press conference held by the Atlanta Police Department, Maj Ralph Woolfolk, the city's homicide commander, did not mince words as he condemned the decision to hold a music video shoot in a known sensitive area. With a measured but firm tone, he described the event as a cowardly act and claimed that filming took place in a location where, in his view, the rapper knew he should not have been. These comments quickly reverberated through the media and social networks, intensifying the scrutiny on Lil Baby's actions and further complicating the narrative. Yet even as critics sought to pin the blame solely on the decision-making of one individual, many community members insisted that the underlying issues were far more complex than one music video shoot could ever explain.
From a 4PF, and then the quote-unquote gang expert, which is like, I call her Vitriol, like the vixen. She's like the same bitch, like from like the YSL case, who like stole like Young Thug's watches. Just that weird bitch, right? So she's a quote-unquote gang expert. So her thing is, she's bad as fuck, so she gets in these like entanglements with like gangbangers, draw information from them, and then like use it against them. So she knows everything that's going on. So she says that they were talking about Lil Baby and people, and he's the one who's like playing back. So right now, bro, like the RICO is coming for sure, because there's been a lot of murders being committed by 4PF. For example, there's another I think 4PF member, and the body cam footage shows that he got booked for a crossfire shooting that killed like a 4-year-old, right? So like, there's a lot.
In response to these allegations, Lil Baby took to social media with a message that was both a show of gratitude for his supporters and a firm repudiation of the claims made by the police. Through his Instagram account, he thanked his fans for their ongoing encouragement and warned everyone against accepting fake news. In his characteristic candid manner, he stated that his intentions had always been to celebrate his hometown and contribute positively to his community. His comments resonated deeply with many who view him as a beacon of hope and a symbol of resilience. In the face of adversity, Lil Baby's words underscored that his commitment to his community was unwavering, even as he was embroiled in a maelstrom of legal and media battles. Adding fuel to the fire, his legal team quickly issued a statement in which his attorneys, Drew Findling and Marissa Goldberg, described the remarks made by the police as complete and total nonsense. They argued that the assertion linking him directly to the tragic events was both unsubstantiated and misleading, characterizing the remarks as unprofessional and unethical. The statement emphatically noted that the decision to select a location for a music video shoot is one made by a professional team, not by any single individual, and that Lil Baby had absolutely no involvement in the ensuing violence. His attorneys went on to express that he was deeply saddened by the losses suffered by the community, a community that he cared for profoundly, having grown up in the very neighborhoods that had now become the backdrop for a national conversation about responsibility.
Now, if you go all the way down, they talk about Lil Baby music video shoot getting shot up, and they listed 3 people were shot during the incident. And now again, this is 4PF we're talking about here, right? They says, and the gang leader of 4PF, is Dominic Lil Baby Jones. And they say he was almost struck by gunfire. Now, they're claiming after the incident that 4PF went on a murder spree and get back for anybody thinking they could touch Lil Baby. When you start seeing the police begin to identify isolated incidents, every time they see an isolated incident with somebody who, let's say, belongs to a fraternity or a gang, when you start to see them every time identify it as furtherance of a gang, oh, they shot that person, furtherance of a gang. Oh, they shot furtherance of a gang. They could have very easily said Trevante Turner got killed by these 2 people.
And the consequences of choices made under pressure. As the legal proceedings advanced, new developments emerged that added another layer of complexity to the case. Recent footage from the courtroom has now gone viral, capturing in stunning detail Lil Baby's sentencing, a moment that has been interpreted by fans and critics alike as a turning point in this tumultuous saga. In the video, Lil Baby can be seen sitting quietly as the judge outlines the sentence handed down to him, a moment marked by long silences and intense stares. The footage reveals a poignant mix of resolve and vulnerability in his eyes, as if he is silently grappling with the weight of public opinion and the personal cost of events beyond his control. It is a moment that has spurred countless discussions on social media, with every nuance dissected and debated by those who have followed his journey from the streets of Atlanta to the heights of stardom. In the viral footage, which has already garnered millions of views, Lil Baby's measured tone and calm demeanor in the face of such a charged moment have been particularly striking. In his own words, he expressed, "I never imagined I'd be here today. I'm not defined by what happened, but by how I choose to rise above it. I stand before you, committed to making positive changes and healing the wounds in our community." These stirring comments have served as a rallying cry for many of his supporters, who see his words as evidence of a man determined to learn from the past and build a better future. The emotions evident in his delivery.
A lot of deaths being committed by 4PF members, and they're saying even if we can't get Lil Baby as somebody who actually committed something, okay, for example, in the Trevante murder police report, Lil Baby's name, Dominic Jones, is listed as the gang leader of 4PF. So they're saying that all these murders is being done on behalf of Baby. So yes, this right here don't really prove nothing, but if they have 4PF listed under murders committed in furtherance of the gang, and they're saying that Baby is the head of that, then, they got him.
That's a problem.
Are they going for another state, Rico, or this isn't federal, correct?
It's state, yeah.
Yeah, but, man, they better not fuck this one up, too.
Exactly.
They already
fucked up
not.
Trump and Thug.
For that reason, they probably not.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
That's why
If they're going to do it, they're probably
They
going
done that.
Yeah.
There's no way they're trying to take a third L in a row.
I think that they probably shouldn't even try to do it.
Nah, you got to, bro.
Free them niggas.
I think
Two
they should
13-year-olds
fall
lost their
back.
life, man. You got to, bro.
Free Lil Baby, man. We need Lil
Yeah, for
Baby
sure.
on the streets.
Right, because
RP to the youngins for sure, and free Lil Baby for sure.
it's something evil about this multi-million.
Reveal a deep internal struggle, an acknowledgement of the pain that has been inflicted on his community, and a promise that he will do everything in his power to contribute to healing and progress. The courtroom scene has been compared by many observers to a pivotal moment in legal and cultural history, where the boundaries between celebrity, justice, and personal redemption blur into one extraordinary narrative. Media outlets across the nation have seized upon the visuals, noting that the incident is not just a legal ruling, but a cultural event that encapsulates the tensions of modern America, a society where the lines between public figure and everyday citizen are increasingly indistinct. Analysts have remarked that the viral nature of the footage is a testament to the power of social media in shaping public discourse, as every share and comment fuels further debates about accountability, artistic expression, and the responsibilities of those in the public eye. Throughout the proceedings, community members have voiced a range of emotions, from profound sorrow over the loss of innocent lives to cautious optimism that justice in all its forms might be achieved. Neighbors and longtime fans have reiterated that Lil Baby's impact on their lives has been overwhelmingly positive.
And they're going to include you as a gang leader and say that you are the catalyst for a gang war that had nothing to do with you. These people cold, man.
All right. So the music video, is that something that you've seen?
It is.
Where'd you see it?
I believe it was on the YouTube account belonging to Mr. Smith.
All right, and permission to publish a brief clip of that video, Your Honor.
Granted.
All right.
You're gonna play a
Now,
video.
Investigator Vivarito, if you'll look at there we go, at the monitor in front of you. Is this the music video that you were referring to?
I'd have to see the title of it.
This beat go crazy. J Shot Who Want Problems music video?
Yes, that's the one I'm referring to.
All right. And there are certain shots of this video that are at the 1043 Spark.
For us, such expressions of support highlight the complicated duality of his public persona, one marked by artistic brilliance and human fallibility, where the scars of past mistakes are balanced by sincere efforts to make amends. There is an undeniable tension in the narrative as fans and critics try to reconcile Lil Baby's meteoric rise with the controversy that now surrounds him. For many, the new sentencing footage is an opportunity to see beyond the headlines, a chance to witness a side of the artist that is both raw and genuine. His measured response in court, marked by humility and introspection, has led some observers to suggest that the experience might serve as a catalyst for personal transformation, In his quiet yet resolute manner, Lil Baby appears to be embracing the opportunity to reflect on how events have unfolded and to reaffirm his commitment to the community that has supported him through thick and thin. Legal experts have weighed in on the matter, noting that the sentence handed down does not only reflect on Lil Baby's individual actions, but also on broader issues facing urban communities and the criminal justice system. They suggest that the high-profile nature of the case could have long-lasting implications for how similar incidents are handled in the future. The interplay between celebrity influence, local politics, and legal accountability is complex, and the court's
But the fact that they went out of their way to put 4PF there, went out of their way to identify Lil Baby as the gang leader says something. Now, I knew that 4PF was going to get a RICO for about 2 years now, and I knew this the second I seen what happened with 4PF Nate. Now, if you guys don't know, 4PF Nate, an associate of Lil Baby's, now he got sentenced to 40 years in jail for murder. But I knew that something was up at trial of 4PF Nate. 4PF Nate on your left, Keontae Davis on your right. Them two are being accused of murdering a man who goes by the name of Jaquavius Wilson. 4PF Nate was the shooter. Keontae Davis was present. So when Keontae Davis got caught, the police actually made Keontae Davis bite the cheese, all right? Keontae Davis is in paperwork identifying.
in the community continue to hold out hope that the legal process will ultimately serve as a means of closure and healing, rather than as a tool for further division and despair. Throughout this turbulent process, Lil Baby's own comments have consistently stressed the importance of community unity and progress. Time and again, he has spoken about the need to build bridges rather than deepen divides, to lift each other up instead of succumbing to bitterness. In one particularly heartfelt remark captured on video prior to the courtroom event, he said, "I come from a place where we've faced hardships together. I'm here to remind everyone that our strength lies in our ability to overcome even the darkest moments with hope and determination." Such words, even in the midst of legal battles and public scrutiny, have resonated deeply with those who believe in the possibility of redemption and positive change. As the case continues to unfold, speculation abounds regarding the long-term impact this event may have on Lil Baby's career. Industry insiders are already debating whether this moment of legal reckoning will translate into a new chapter in his artistic journey. Some suggest that the experience might prompt him to produce music that grapples more openly with the themes of justice, loss, and personal accountability, a trend that...
Street location?
Yeah, one just flashed on the screen.
Okay, so we've already seen a portion of that then.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you saw this video, and then you saw that the artist that's depicted in this video, John J. Smith, was also the person depicted in the disappearing message. And on what day was that message sent?
Sent on June 30th. I believe it was read on July 1st.
From what I've gathered, it's unclear why they sent J-Shot pictures and disappearing messages. I'm not sure, all right, because J-Shot is still alive and well. Maybe they were plotting on J-Shot, but nonetheless, though, they have those messages. Now, they also have a wiretap of them having a conversation. Now, on that wiretap, though, one of them actually implicated Lil Baby and said they feel like Lil Baby got money on their heads.
Sanders, the wiretap target, an unidentified gentleman that goes by the name Unk, or he's being referred to as Unk.
I'm going to object to this slide again.
Responsibility and social change in today's world. Observers of the music industry and legal circles alike are watching closely as Lil Baby navigates this critical juncture. The prevailing sentiment among his supporters is one of cautious optimism. They believe that despite the immense pressure and the swirling controversies, he will emerge from this ordeal with a renewed commitment to using his platform for positive change. His actions in court and his subsequent statements suggest that he is deeply aware of the gravity of the situation and is determined to learn from it. This sentiment has been echoed by fans who see his calm composure and honest declarations as a sign that he is ready to confront his critics head-on and rebuild trust within the community. The emotional and legal complexities of this high-stakes episode have also sparked broader conversations about the nature of accountability in the entertainment industry. In a society where influential figures are often held to both higher standards and harsher scrutiny, Lil Baby's case is being seen as a microcosm of how modern society grapples with issues of guilt, responsibility, and redemption. Many argue that the real story here is not solely about one individual's legal challenges, but about the collective trauma of communities that have suffered for far too long, and the urgent need to create avenues for healing and constructive dialogue. The viral court footage, with its raw, unfiltered look at a moment of vulnerability, serves as a powerful reminder that justice is multifaceted, and that every...
They showed Keontae Davis 3 pictures. 2 of them belong to 4PF Nate, so they saying, come on, bro, it's suggestive in nature. But nonetheless, though, Keontae Davis told, right? He bit the cheese, and 4PF Nate got 40 years in jail. Keontae Davis got probation. Now, here's the thing. Keontae Davis already identified 4PF Nate. It should have stopped there, but it didn't, right? Because you know what the
headline hides a wealth of untold personal struggles and aspirations. In the midst of these discussions, the focus remains on Lil Baby's unwavering love for his hometown. Despite the relentless barrage of media attention and the challenging legal hurdles he faces, he continues to assert that his actions have always been rooted in a deep-seated commitment to the people who raised him and continue to support him. Reflecting on the events that have led to this point, he remarked quietly during the sentencing, "I never set out to cause pain. My heart aches for the loss that has touched our community. I am here not only to face what is before me, but to ensure that we come together and find a way forward." This heartfelt admission has only deepened the public's empathy for him, highlighting the human cost of a situation that has transcended mere legalities. The unfolding drama has also spurred voices from all corners of society to weigh in, with cultural commentators noting that the intersection of celebrity culture and the justice system is one of the defining challenges of our times. As discussions rage on in talk shows, online forums, and community gatherings, the image of Lil Baby in that courtroom continues to loom large, a symbol of a man caught between the expectations of a glittering public career and the sobering realities of life in a struggling urban landscape. In many ways, his journey mirrors the broader narrative of modern America, where triumph and tragedy often coexist in a delicate balance, and where the spotlight can both illuminate and obscure the truth. Looking ahead, the ramifications...
If they're about to play the call, but her conclusions and her interpretation is not the evidence.
Well, I think she was just identifying who was on the call, so I'm going to overrule. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, what's up, huh? Oh, what's going on? Man, them folks, like, come on, bro, you know what's finna go on. Like, how the hell you can, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even like that, man. Them folks got tickets on a lot of these folks, I'm telling you.
We just heard somebody say these folks got tickets on these people. We know what's going on. First of all, who was that said that about the tickets?
Unc, the unidentified male that was being referred to as Unc.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sanders.
Correct.
And what, in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
What do you mean by what do you mean on somebody's head? What is that?
Like a bounty.
Okay. To have them arrested?
Harmed or killed.
And who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones...
of this court ruling and the viral dissemination of the sentencing footage are likely to be felt for years to come. The case has already prompted calls for changes in how music video productions are planned and executed in sensitive areas, as well as renewed debates about the responsibilities of high-profile figures in ensuring public safety. Legal analysts have suggested that the judge's decision, while controversial, might set a precedent for how similar cases are handled in the future, a precedent that underscores the importance of accountability, while also recognizing the complexity of circumstances in which art and activism intersect. For Lil Baby, the challenge now lies in transforming this moment into an opportunity for growth and reconciliation, rather than letting it define him solely as a figure embroiled in controversy. As the world continues to digest the startling images and emotional declarations captured in the viral footage, one thing is clear: Lil Baby's journey is far from over. The legal and social storms that have converged around him are emblematic of a broader struggle for justice and understanding in communities that have long been neglected by systems of power. Even as critics call for harsher measures and some voices demand that he be held accountable for every perceived misstep, his supporters remain steadfast in their belief that he is a force for positive change. His resolve to give back to his community, to support local youth, and to work tirelessly toward healing the divisions that have marred his hometown.
Prosecutors did. They tacked on gang charges on top of the murder. And they did that specifically to tie this or PF. It's a pattern here. Whenever a shooting or act of violence happens, it's not enough to just charge the person with the crime individually. No, they tack on gang charges. So it can be on record that this murder was done under 4PF's behalf to further the gang. And Keontae Davis was used by the prosecutor to identify 4PF as a gang.
The courtroom, with its mix of defiance, remorse, and determination, has become a powerful narrative in its own right, a modern saga that reflects the complexities of fame and the responsibility that comes with it. In a society where every televised moment is dissected and every comment is scrutinized, Lil Baby's measured address in court offers a glimmer of hope that even in the midst of controversy, there can be moments of truth and courage. His words, spoken with conviction, reverberate through the hearts of those who have seen him rise above adversity before, and they serve as a reminder that redemption is possible even when circumstances seem insurmountable. This dramatic turn of events has not only captured the attention of his millions of fans, but also those who look to him as a symbol of resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. The reflections shared by community members and the voices of legal experts converge on one central idea, that the true measure of an individual is revealed not only in moments of triumph, but also in how they confront their darkest hours. Lil Baby's presence in the courtroom is a testament to his willingness to face the consequences of a situation that, regardless of its origins, has left a lasting impact on the lives of many. His continued commitment to community work and his determination to transform controversy into constructive dialogue are viewed by many as signs of a deeper personal evolution. One that goes well beyond the music and the headlines. Despite the intense media scrutiny,
Had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
Dominique Jones wanted to have people harmed.
Correct.
All right, moving on.
To me, this is nonsense and BS, bruh. Ops being paranoid because they are out here harming people who are close to me, being paranoid that me, the bagman, me, the rich rapper, may have some money on their heads because they're doing foul things. That's y'all proof that I'm involved in this gang war? That's y'all proof that I should be brought in for a RICO? I think it's insane, bruh, right? Now, listen, bruh. At this point, bro, we got to stop using, like, Varito the Vixen as a gang expert or as anybody credible, bruh. Like, have y'all forgotten, like, the YSL trial when even the judge got frustrated at Varito because Varito was on that stand, bruh, spewing nonsense, dodging questions, being uncredible?
Mr. Shart asked you.
Current of hope that this chapter in his life will ultimately lead to positive change. Observers note that it is in these moments of vulnerability and honest reflection that true leadership is often born. Lil Baby's journey, fraught with legal challenges and public controversy, may well serve as an inspiration to those who have faced similar struggles in their own lives. 2. Confronting the issues head-on and embracing the hard truths of the situation, he is demonstrating that strength can be found in accountability, and that every setback carries the seed of a future breakthrough. In conclusion, the viral footage of Lil Baby's sentencing is more than just a fleeting moment captured on camera. It is a narrative steeped in personal sacrifice, community struggle, and an enduring quest for justice. As the nation watches with bated breath, the story of this Atlanta rap icon continues to evolve, shaped by both his own words and the relentless energy of a public that refuses to look away. His quiet declaration of intent in the courtroom, his passionate appeals for unity, and his unwavering commitment to his roots reflect a man who is determined to rise above the challenges he faces and to use his platform as a force for healing and transformation. If you found this account as riveting and thought-provoking as we did, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community for more updates, in-depth analysis, and exclusive coverage of the biggest stories in music and beyond. Subscribe now, and stay tuned for more compelling insights into the moments that shape our culture.